I'm in Split in Croatia, home of the Torcida, the firm of Hajduk Split. And I'm here for the big Croatian derby against their bitter rivals, Dinamo Zagreb. The Torcida are a firm with a fair bit of previous. 1961, referee attacked after disallowing a Hajduk goal. 1974, fought the Yugoslav army evacuated from the stadium. 1988, banned from European competition for 3 years after rioting in Marseille. 1990, pitch invasion and attempt to attack Partizan Belgrade's players. And then there's the noughties and the cup final riots of 2000 and 2001 against guess who? Dinamo Zagreb. And the latest incident occurred just 2 days before I arrived. Torcida members were among the 183 arrested in Zagreb for causing trouble at Croatia versus England. But it wasn't the English they were fighting. Yet again, they were fighting Dinamo Zagreb. A lot of them have been nicked. A lot of them fresh out of the shovel this morning. So, I don't know what I'm walking into. Maybe a bit ratty. I'm chuffed they're still going to speak to me, you know what I mean? I know none of them have slept. I know that the police don't treat them well here. You know what I mean? It's not like they're in a 5-star nick. Let's go and see what they've got to say. Just a few hours after he'd been released from the nick, Yera from the Torcida was going to give me the lowdown. How do the police treat you here?
Not very well.
No?
They treat us like second-grade citizens, and with the new laws coming in, they have authorities to limit our freedom of movement, and they can nick us for almost anything. They beat the shit out if they catch you.
One of the biggest battles between the Torcida and the police happened at the cup final in Split in 2001. The Torcida broke out of their north end and spilt onto the running track.
They regard us as a bunch of hooligans. We behave as we were treated.
Then they launched a massive attack on the old bill.
That was probably the biggest battle that I've ever seen in my life.
But the police regrouped and forced the Torcida back into their stand. They wheeled out the water cannons to try and cool the situation down. But once the end was cleared, the Torcida headed into the city centre to continue the battle.
There was a mob of about 2,000 people fighting the police, and it went on for the entire afternoon.
The city and its police felt the force of the Torcida, and I thought the English firms didn't get on well with the old bill. What does this mean?
All cops are bastards.
All cops are bastards. Quite simple. Unlike firms in England, the Torcida don't have to keep their nuts down. Their headquarters is bang in the middle of the town. This is what I love, yeah? You want to find the Torcida, but you can't just walk in off the street. This is their inner sanctum, and I was lucky enough to have an invite. I'm loving the bar. Cool as fuck. On the wall are hundreds of pictures of what are known as choreographies. The displays they organise with flags and flares. And there's the holiday snaps from their greatest away days.
This is probably the best away match that we ever had. It's us in Rome. There was 6,000 of us. We completely just invaded the city. We took over all their squares. We completely outvoiced them in the stadium. The best moment of my life. It makes my hair stand up.
Yeah, I can imagine.